Hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8-Second Gaming, and in today's video we're going to be talking about something that a lot of players get wrong. One of the most common misconceptions in Apex is that your teammates are holding you back. When people are solo queuing, it's always the same thing. Oh, if I had a 3-stack, I could do this. If I had teammates, I could do that. But I'm here to tell you that that's not actually true. So by the end of this video, you guys will understand that it's not your teammates holding you back and you'll start to have a better mindset. But just quickly, if you guys are looking to really improve at Apex and be able to climb to Diamond, Masters, or even Predator, then you need to check out the GameLeap website right now. Over there, we have top level coaches, including myself, making up to 10 guides a week that are site exclusive, all geared towards making you the best Apex player that you can be. No matter what issues you struggle with, we have solutions for you. We have legend guides, gun guides, VOD reviews, and tons more. So click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership, or I'll steal your bedroom doorknob. But okay, before we jump into everything in this video, some people might be saying, what do you know about solo queuing? From what we can see from all your other videos and everything like that, it seems like you always have a 3-stack. Well, I've actually been able to solo queue to Masters twice now. I know what it's like for people that are going through these solo queue issues. I've seen it all. I've seen good teammates, I've seen bad teammates, I've seen teammates that look like they don't even have their monitors on. So I know the issues that you guys face and I know the solutions as well. So let's talk about those now. And the first thing we need to talk about is that your teammates don't listen to you. This is one that I hear all the time. I see it in comment sections, I see it on multiple different social medias, and even the people that come check out my streams, they always say, my teammates and randoms don't listen to me. And you're absolutely right, they don't listen to you. Why should they listen to you? You have to remember that you are just as random to them as they are to you. Why would they listen to you when they know nothing about you? It's the same thing if you flip it the other way around. If they start telling you what to do, you're going to look at them and be like, nah, screw you, I have my own game plan. And that's what causes a major disconnect between you and your teammates. Look, I get it, no one likes being told what to do in games. You have your own idea of how you think the game should go, and they have their idea of how they think the game should go. But as a solo queue player, it is your job and your responsibility to adapt yourself to their playstyle. If you actually want to climb the ranks as a solo queue player, you have to be willing to change your playstyle to better match your teammates. It's the same thing that goes with Bruce Lee telling people that they have to be water. You guys have to be water as solo queuers. If you put water in a cup, it takes the shape of the cup. If you put water in a bowl, it takes the shape of the bowl. You have to take the shape of whatever teammates you get so that you can match their playstyle and have less disconnects in the game. Once you're able to match your teammates' energy, you will see that you'll start to win a lot more fights with them. Rather than fight with them the entire time and try to do something different than them, just work with them. But okay, let's talk about the second thing. And people that do try to play with their teammates always say, okay, I'm doing more damage than them. They're useless, I don't know what to do. Well, this is a hard thing to say because some people will take it the wrong way, but more damage isn't always a good thing. In Apex, you want fights to be finishing as fast as possible. So sometimes less damage is better because if you're killing somebody more efficiently, you will be getting less damage. Now, yes, if you're getting good amounts of damage out, your numbers will be higher, and that is still a good thing. But if you're getting an inflated amount of damage in one fight because you're letting the enemies heal and reset constantly, then you're going to be third-partied and you're going to die and you're going to start to blame your teammates because they couldn't finish the kills when you couldn't either. If you're never able to finish fights and you're getting massive amounts of damage, but you're never getting any knocks, any downs, any kills, anything like that, then you are doing something wrong and it's not your teammate's fault. And alongside of that, you guys have to remember that damage does not equal skill. Somebody can sit in the back of the map with a charge rifle and farm thousands of damage. Does that mean that they are a better player than you because they had more damage? I'm willing to bet that most of you just said no. You have to get it out of your mind that damage equals skill. That if you're out damaging your teammates, you are better than them. That is a bad mindset to have. It's just something for people to use to try to justify themselves that they aren't the issue. But okay, let's jump into issue number 3 now, and you have to learn to not force things, even if they might be theoretically the right thing to do. Yes, in Apex and in all games, there are things that you should be doing. If you have a bunch of kills, for example, it's not worth risking them and you should be going for zone to play for placement. But you guys have to understand that you need to learn how to do things that work with what your teammates are already doing. If you have a bunch of kills and you want to go for zone, it's not worth running off on your own to try to play zone and let them die. With the seer meta right now, you're probably just going to be found out, and you're not going to be able to 1v3 a team in the middle of zone. It's better to hang out with your team and potentially get into another fight with them. Even if it's not the thing that you want to do, it's still a better option because at least you are a full 3-man. And if you already have a bunch of kills in the game, it's probably a safe bet that your team knows how to fight, so you might be able to get even more points from that. Another example of this is if your teammates are just jumping headfirst into fights and you're not that type of player, then you can still use them. Let them draw fire and be distractions while you mop up everyone else from off angles. If your teammates are the type to play Octane and run headfirst into a fight, then let them be the bullet sponge. People have the misconception that if a teammate runs headfirst into a fight, they're not being super useful. Well, they're still probably doing a little bit of damage, and they have the benefit of getting everyone's attention off of you. Most of the time, when teams see an Octane run at them, everyone tunnel visions on that Octane. That leaves you open to move to new spots, take new angles, and just be a general pain in the butt for that team. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, what if your team sits in a building and tries to play for end zone and you're more of a fighter? Well, then it's not worth running off on your own trying to force anything. It's better to just pick up a sniper rifle or a marksman rifle and chill with them. You can still farm damage, you can still farm kills from teams that are fighting nearby, but you're with your team and you have a better chance at winning the game. Most of the time when solos try to force things, it doesn't work out. Then they blame the team because they didn't do what you wanted them to do, even though you didn't do what they wanted you to do, and it's just a whole argument that should not be happening in the first place. Now jumping to issue 4 though, you have to stop expecting everything to go a certain way. Apex is a constantly changing, flowing, evolving game. Nothing is ever the same. So you cannot accurately predict the game in its entirety. You can predict certain things like where teams should be rotating, how people are probably going to take fights, stuff like that. But you need to start to account for misplays and disconnects between you and your team. If you have a mental picture of how a fight is supposed to go in your head and your teammates don't do that because they have their own mental picture of how a fight should go, then you're going to start to blame them because they don't understand how you want to play the game. By understanding that and starting to account for that in your predictions, you will be able to put yourself in more of a position to carry, and you will start to see that climbing, even with teammates that seem like they don't want to win, is a lot easier than you may think. And number 5 is going to be a harsh reality wake-up call for some people, but if you guys have made it this far in the video, it's very clear that you want to get better at the game, so you're probably ready to hear this. If you are not able to gain points no matter what you do, you can't win fights, you can't go positive in a game to save your life. You may have to come to terms with the fact that you are in the rank that you are supposed to be in. It's not your teammates, you've just hit your skill ceiling. Understanding when you as a player have hit your plateau for your specific skill level is a lot better for you than you actually think because you are one step ahead of most people. When people hit plateaus, they refuse to believe it because they always think that they're better than they actually are. But when you understand that you're in that plateau, you can really start to dig deep in your gameplay and see what needs work. Is it your positioning? Is it your aim? Is it your legends? And this will help you push through that plateau. Something that might help you realize that you're in that situation is if every game is your team's fault and you've never ever made a mistake in game, then you're probably there. And that's a really bad toxic mindset to have, and you need to shake that. You need to understand that you can always improve. Even if you think you played absolutely perfectly, there's probably something that you missed. And that's a good thing, because when you look back at it, you can start to grow as a player and understand what you need to do better to carry your team. Now, yes, Apex is a team game, so sometimes there's just nothing that you can do to help your teammates and you're going to lose. But there's no way that every single game you are going to be losing and it's your teammates' fault. Your teammates are not holding you back. Your mindset is what's holding you back. So I really hope that this video helps you guys out and you understand how you can break that mindset. Now, if you guys are interested in staying up to date with even more Apex Legends tips, tricks, and even some news, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Also, we post daily Apex Legends content, so if you want to be notified when a new video drops, hit the bell as well. Thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm 8 Second Gaming, and I will see you in the next one.